This episode is brought to you by Ethan Arbuckle and Neck of the Woods Entertainment. Like the video.
It's been way too long since I've talked about this album. Hopefully you're already caught up on the previous 4 parts because I am not about to rehash like this entire album. But To Pimp a Butterfly is not only my favorite rap album of all time, I also happen to believe it's the best. Today we are going to be talking about the tracks You Ain't Gotta Lie and I. That's enough yapping. Let's just get into the show. Derapy. You Ain't Gotta Lie is a reference to Tupac's track from 1997, Lie to Kick It. That doesn't feel like a reach at all, especially considering the song that we are going to get to for the finale of this series, Mortal Man. Also, it happens to be inspired by Ice Cube's You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It, which is actually sampled in this song. I think the message is relatively straightforward, but just for good measure, let's actually listen to the song itself.
I can spot you a mile away. I can see your insecurities written all on your face. So predictable your words. I know what you're gonna say. Who you fooling or you assuming you can just come and hang with the homies, but your level of realness ain't the same. Circus acts only attract those that entertain. Small talk, we know that it's all talk. We live in the laugh factory every time they mention your name.
Kendrick raps here from the perspective of his mom, who's getting after him, basically, because of the way that he's moving and acting when he comes home. This is really cool because it could be in reference to him like being big time famous and then just trying to come back to Compton and kick it with the homies as if like he's not an extremely successful international superstar. But I could also see this referring to his time like when he was a kid in Compton, just coming home from a long day, being peer pressured by the homies, like in Good Kid, Mad City. I think it's pretty effective both ways. So yeah, I think that's a really good way to begin this song, considering the themes of the title and the overall message that he's trying to convey here. Let's listen to the refrain.
Ask where the hoes at to impress me. Ask where the money bags to impress me. Say you got the burner stash to impress me. It's all in your head, homie. Ask where the plug at to impress me. Ask where the jug at to impress me. Ask where it's at only upsets me. You sound like the feds on me. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta try so hard.
This is actually one of the cooler and catchier hooks on the album, in my opinion. Actually annoyed it took me so long to revisit this. The refrain is pretty wholesome. Like, man, you come around asking where the hoes at, where the money bags, saying you got a burner stashed. Who are you trying to impress? You're actually being kind of cringe.
Skibbity.
Where's the plug? Bro, you sound like the feds. Please be normal. We're begging you. Just be yourself. The production kind of swelling up also during the hook and the background vocals coming in, I think are pretty sweet. I actually really, really enjoy this song. Let's get into the second verse.
And the world don't respect you and the culture don't accept you, but you think it's all love. And the girls gon' neglect you once your parody is done. Reputation can't protect you if you never had one. Jealousy, complex, emotional, complex, self-pity, complex, under oath, complex.
The loudest one in the room, nigga, that's a complex. Let me put it back in proper context.
You ain't gotta lie to kick it, my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie.
In the second verse, we get Kendrick saying the world don't respect you and the culture don't accept you, but you think it's all love. Wait a second, the culture doesn't accept you? Why does that sound familiar?
And notice I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling.
Another cool artistic choice here, after the jealousy complex, emotional complex, self-pity complex, on the oath complex bars, we get the loudest one in the room, that's a complex, let me put it back in proper context. And the last 2 bars are actually the loudest in the verse, right before he says, let me put it back in proper context. Perfectly executed and much praise is needed.
What do you got to offer? Tell me before we off here. Put you deep in that coffin. Been allergic to talking. Been aversion to bullshit and sell a dream in the auction. Tell me just who your boss is. Niggas be fugazi. Bitches be fugazi. This is for fugazi. Niggas and bitches who make habitual line babies. Bless them little hearts. You can never persuade me. You can never relate me to him, to her, or that, or them, or you. The truth. You love to bend in the back, in the bed, on the floor. That's your hoe. On the couch, in the mouth. I'll be out. Really don't. See, loud rich niggas got low money, and loud broke niggas got no money. The irony behind it is so funny, and I seen it all this past year. Pass on some advice we feel. You ain't got a lie to kick in my nigga.
In our third verse, we triple down on Kendrick committing to an authentic version of himself. He says men and women are making habitually lying babies. Bless them little hearts. And he'd not like to be compared to him or her or that or them for the record. Last thing I'd like to point out with this track, loud rich people
Say it.
have low money, and loud broke people
Say it.
have no money. The loud and broke are just that. Loud and broke? Like, bro, come on. Like, shut the fuck up! But if you're loud and rich, your money might still be low, because this version of loud that we're talking about is the type of person that is being fraudulent. Because you're out here putting on a show and you're flexing, you may be cash rich, but you have low character. You are ethically poor. You're broke when it comes to virtue. Because you're fraudulent. I get it, okay? The song is awesome. Theme and message and homage paying is great. Instrumental and production are awesome. Performance is solid enough. I'm actually feeling a light to decent 9 on this track.
9.
Pretty underrated in my opinion, but I mean, the entire album is pretty incredible. Now, we're going to move on to the track I, the album version, after a quick word from my editor.
Quick reminder to
Like the video.
this episode is not monetized, but it is sponsored by Ethan Arbuckle and Air Wallace. Air Wallace is an artist with a project out called Eviction Notice.
Damn.
Was scared initially when we started getting these sponsorship requests because, like, what if the music is trash? But great news, we just listened to it and it's actually really good. So please check them out. Link in the description and the pinned comment. And thank you again, Air Wallace, for sponsoring the show. Okay, let's get into I
done been through a whole lot. Tried tribulation, but I know God. The devil wanna put me in a bow tie. Played at the holy water, don't go dry, yeah. As I look around me, so many motherfuckers wanna down me. But enemy gon' never drown me. In front of a dirty double mirror, they found me. And I love my, I want you looking at me. Tell me what do you see? I love myself. I put a bullet in the back of the head of the bullet. I love myself. Illuminated by the hand of God, boy, don't seem shy. I love myself. One day at a time.
I is the 2-time Grammy Award-winning lead single from To Pimp a Butterfly. It actually won Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance. Kendrick once said it was the best song he'd ever written because he never thought he'd be able to make a song so positive after what he endured in Compton. So it's safe to say this is a very different vibe from the song You. Also a very bold choice to put kind of a live version of the song on the album after the studio version receives all the acclaim. The track begins with the assist from Ronald Isley and Kendrick being introduced to the crowd as the #1 rapper in the world. And the song begins with that catchy, upbeat chorus talking about loving yourself. And with that, let's get into the first verse.
They wanna say it's a war outside, bomb in the street, gun in the hood, mob of police, whack on the corner with a line full of fiend and a bottle full of lean and a mother wanna scheme. These days of frustration keep come to the front. Yeah, I duck these cold faces, post up feet, fight for basis. Dreams are reality's piece. Blow steam in the face of the beast. Sky can fall down, wind can cry now. Look at me, motherfucker, I smile. I love my.
Really awesome performance here from Kendrick. An upbeat song with fast tempo, and Kendrick is still able to weave in this bit telling people to, come to the front. He paints the picture describing chaos in the world, war outside, bomb in the street, gun on the hood, mob of police. But he ends the verse with this peachy and positive message saying he's smiling through it all. I can't believe this is my life. Much different from the energy that we get on Blacker the Berry.
Gang bang and make me kill a nigga blacker than me.
Yeah, we're past that, okay? We get another chorus and then we get our second verse.
It's the fashion police, I wear my heart on my sleeve, let the runway start. You know the miserable dealer company. What do you want from me and my skies? Everybody lack confident, everybody lack confident. How many times my potential was anonymous? How many times the city making me promises? So I promise this nigga,
I love myself.
I want you looking at me. Tell me what do you see?
I love myself.
I put a bullet in the
Peace to fashion police, I wear my heart on my sleeve, let the runway start. That's such good writing. He uses the phrase fashion police, then says he wears his heart on his sleeve. He says, let the runway start because fashion, but run away because police, and connects the ideas by saying he wears his heart on his sleeve, like the piece is his fashion statement, which I think is just unbelievably impressive. Could be a reach, I don't know. But it also compares literal fashion police to actual police, and he's like, yeah, people judge me for my literal fit now, but I could give a damn because the actual police are far more of a physical threat based off my personal experience. Just lots of layers to these bars here. Then we get the confidence, anonymous, promises, rhymes, which in my opinion, I think that 3 consecutive 3-syllable rhymes while saying your potential is anonymous is kind of a lot. Anonymous potential could be a book or album title all on its own, and he just kind of uses it as like a throwaway line. So yeah, I think that it's just really incredible writing on display here, which makes sense because this won a Grammy for Best Rap Song, which is a writing award. After another hook, we get our third verse.
1, 2, 3. I went to war last night with a automatic weapon. Don't nobody call a medic. I'ma do it till I get it right. I went to war last night. I've been dealing with depression ever since an adolescent. I can never hear the blessing. I can never see the message. I can never take the lead. I can never bubble weed from a negative and letting them annihilate me. And it's 7 and I'm moving at a million speed. Finna run into a building in my body. Hey, hold on. Not while I'm up here. Not on my time. Killing music. Not on my time.
So during the quote-unquote live show that we're hearing on this album, the live version of I, so to speak, during the performance of it, a fight breaks out in the crowd, which is extremely ironic. A song that Kendrick is so proud of and that he loves because it's so positive. Motherfuckers are still fighting during the live performance of this song that's meant to just unite everybody that's there. You know, music, typically, this type of content specifically is meant to take people away from the struggles of their life. They're meant to escape from whatever's going on so that they can all congregate somewhere with people that enjoy the same thing and just have a good time. And motherfuckers are fighting at the show. And Kendrick is fed up. He's cutting the music. He's not just going to push through it. And he says it's 2015 and he's tired of playing victim. And everybody should be tired of playing victim. Kendrick starts yelling at his homies off to the side like, Tutu. Yeah. How many people have we lost this year alone? We don't have time to waste time, he says. The judge makes time, and he's talking about this because if anybody fucks up in the community amongst him or his people, black people, the judge always makes time. Whether it be a week, a few weeks, a couple months, they always make time to lock our people away. Police, the judge, the justice system, they always make time. So why can't we make time to come out here and have a good time and enjoy the bit of life that we have left? We're just out here trying to bring people together and y'all are still acting out. And after these people finally calm down, the fight seems to resolve itself more or less. Kendrick decides to perform this a cappella piece that he wrote to close out this track.
All my niggas, listen to this. I promised Dave I never used the phrase fuck nigga. He said think about what you saying. Fuck niggas. No better than Samuel on the Django. No better than a white man with slave boats. Sound like I needed some soul searching. My pops gave me some game in real person. Retraced my steps on what they never taught me. Did my homework fast before government caught me. So I'ma dedicate this one verse to Oprah on how the infamous sensitive N-word control us. So many artists gave her an explanation to hold us. Well, this is my explanation, straight from Ethiopia. Negus. Definition, royalty. King royalty. Wait, listen. Negus. Description, black emperor, king ruler. Now let me finish. The history books overlooked the word and hide it. America tried to make it to a house divided. The homies don't recognize we've been using it wrong. So I'ma break it down and put my game in a song. Negus. Say it with me, or say no more. Black stars can come and get me. Take it from Oprah Winfrey. Tell her she right on time. Kendrick Lamar, by far, realest niggas alive.
10.
The spoken word starts by saying, using the phrase fuck nigga puts you in the same camp as any other racist that feels black people are less than or inferior. Kendrick then credits his father for the game that he gave him on how to stay out of trouble before addressing Oprah's problem with the use of the N-word. Oprah once infamously, or maybe multiple times actually, has been outspoken about her disapproval of hip-hop artists' use of the N-word. She said once that you cannot use that word and be Oprah's friend. Well, that's my bad, Oprah. That's on me. That's on me.
I will never say any form of nigga. I'm cured of that.
But in all seriousness, it seems that Jay-Z and Kendrick more or less align in that the reappropriation of the N-word with the hard ER and using the version that ends with an sound is a cool way to kill the negative connotation and take the word back. Kendrick takes it even a step further, though. He claims that the origin is straight out of Ethiopia, Negus, and he defines the word by saying it represents royalty, kings, and rulers. He says that America repurposed this word to make us a house divided, but our new use of it is taking the power back. And we're not taking something that white people created themselves to talk down to us. We're actually taking back something that was originally ours to begin with, which I think is pretty sick. So in conclusion, Oprah.
Shut up!
But what do you think? What do you think of Oprah? And more importantly, what do you think of You Ain't Gotta Lie and I? The single and the album version. Which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. I will read every single one. Thank you again to Ethan Arbuckle and Air Wallace for sponsoring this episode of Derapy. Please check out the homies' music linked in the pinned comment and description. Leave a comment on one of those videos of his and let him know how the music sounds. Be honest, okay? This is important. We're an honest community here. Join the derps and the Discord for $1. Support the show on Patreon for $5. Love you. Mean it. Good Kid, Mad City Part 2 tomorrow. T-Pab finale coming soon. Enjoy the outro.
I wrote this record while 30,000 feet in the air. Steward is complimenting me on my nappy hair. If I can fuck her in front of all of these passengers, they'll probably think I'm a terrorist. Eat my asparagus, then I'm asking her thoughts of a young nigga. Fast money and freedom, a crash dummy for dollars. I know you dying to meet him, I'll probably die in a minute. Just bury me with 20 bitches, 20 million and a countdown fitted. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, yeah, big shit poppin'.